So welcome everybody to our call today, a topic of how to stay aligned to your authentic self even in relationship, which is a nice juicy topic, we think, don't we? I'm Louise Charman-James and I'm a sound and light channel, and I work with people to help them to really stay aligned with their authentic self, to clear anything in the way of that. And I'm joined by Naomi Nonu-Carling, my lovely co-host and friend, who is also a channel and a psychotherapist and a spiritual coach. And I see someone else has just joined us, which is beautiful. So a big welcome to everybody who's live, and also if you are catching this on the replay, which we'll post later today. So I just wanted to share a little bit about probably what my experience is around being my authentic self, my journey. Being my authentic self in relationships. So for me, this has probably primarily showed up in my work, like stepping out with my spiritual work. So I've been doing this for about 7 years now, and it definitely has been a big learning curve to show up, and I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with this, to show up with gifts that might seem a little bit weird to other people. And I know that I've struggled with that sometimes I can do it all with myself in my own space, but then when it comes to sharing it with other people, I've really noticed that I can contract and not feel so safe to do that. Also in relationship, I can remember my husband kind of, how about you just go and kind of get a job, do what you were doing before to, earn some money. And me really, when I was doubting myself, feeling that doubt reflected from him. So the main thing probably that I would want to share about being your authentic self in relationship is that it is so much about how much you build that relationship with yourself, how much you have that solidity in yourself, and how much you value yourself and who you know yourself to be. And it does take some time to really know what that is for yourself and get really anchored in that, so that you can hold that in the face of others. And that what I reflect back to is almost always going to be triggering some uncertainty in yourself. So that's probably what I'd share from my human experience around this. So I'm loving now expanding myself and showing up more freely with more people. And that's, I guess, a measure of how I've shifted with that I can now feel more confident to be my authentic self with more people in different communities. And that's generally how it shows up for us. So how this will roll today is I'm going to hand over to Naomi in a little while just to do a meditation, just to ground us and get us really tuned in with what we might want to receive today that's in the highest for us, what we perhaps might want to let go of, any intention that we have around this topic. So there will be an opportunity to share live if you've got a question, and we have a couple already shared. So Naomi, I think I'm going to hand over to you now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, welcome everyone. I'm Naomi Nonu-Carling, a channel, a coach and a psychotherapist. And just to share a little bit about my story and following my authentic self, it's certainly a journey that's not for the faint-hearted. I had my first kind of major awakening in 2009, and I got to experience myself in my angelic self, if you can relate to that, a part of me or an aspect of me that was really here on the planet to serve and to assist in healing and stepping up and stepping out of some of the foggy conditioning and programs that many of us have unknowingly subscribed to. And I mean, it happens to us as children when we're in schools. It happens all through the conditioning, becoming an adult and being told that making money is really the most important thing that you can do, as well as having the family and the house and the car and all of the, identifiers of social climbing. And I was no exception. I was very much conditioned to believe that was the only thing worth striving for, until I delved into my psychic abilities and my spiritual abilities, and I went to an opening to channel course in South London. And the information that came through in this channeling told me that I was here as an earth angel, and I got to, in that altered state of or expanded state, got to see myself through the eyes of beyond human and beyond just this lifetime, which was very shocking in many ways, but also opened my heart in ways that I never knew was possible, to love myself and to respect myself and to honor myself and to give myself the opportunities that I needed to fulfill my life path. And so channeling was certainly part of that. I followed guidance to put a meditation on YouTube, and which has over 2 million hits now and has resulted in a really strong following there. And it's come from a place of service, come from a place of I'm wanting to provide tools and opportunities for people all around the world to experience the love and the joy that I'd had a glimpse into and that I believe is within all of us. So yeah, that's a little bit about my story. And of course, there are challenges along the way, and certainly staying in this expanded state in relationship, yeah, it's a challenge. It's a challenge, and a very worthwhile challenge. It allows us to grow and expand beyond our perceived limitations. So before we get into the channeling aspect and answering your questions and letting go of some of those restrictions that we may unknowingly or unconsciously have, I will guide us in a meditation. So please make yourself comfortable. And feel free to close your eyes if you wish. I always like to sit with a straight spine, allowing the energy to flow more easily throughout the energetic system of my physical body, and also helps with expanding into our multidimensional selves. So just bring your forefingers and your thumbs together. I like to do it like with, just on my knees and crossing my knees. You don't have to cross your legs though. And touch the roof of your mouth with the tip of your tongue. And this completes the cycle or the circle of energy as it flows through your body. And take a big breath in as you expand your belly. And pause. And as you exhale, let go of any tension within your body. Allow your shoulders to drop. Pause. And then breathe in again, a nice big breath, drawing up energy from Mother Earth below through the base of your spine and up through your spine and into your brain or into your third eye. And pause and exhale again, letting go of any congestion, any energy that you no longer wish to carry, anything that's ready to be healed and released, letting go completely. And another big breath in. Make it count. This is your third big breath. Pause and relax as you exhale. Very good. Okay. And bring your attention inside now. Just notice the energy within your body. Perhaps it's flowing easily. Perhaps it feels a little bit stilted. Just direct your breath to any areas that might need some clearing. Effortlessly and gently letting go. And send a cord of light from your center down through your lower chakras, through the base of your spine and into Mother Earth below. And connect magnetically with her core. This strength of Mother Earth, and feel her love returned to you. Up through your spine, through your body, extending into every cell. And send a cord of light upward from your center, up through your crown, and connecting with the great central sun. Just hold the intention to connect. And then feel the concentrated light returned to you through your crown into every cell of your body. And feel the golden light and the earthy love of Mother Earth below, combining within every cell of your body, raising your vibration. You may feel as though your auric field expands as you do. Just notice the egg shape of energy around you and push your aura out to the front as far as is comfortable for you, feeling it full of light. And send your aura equally out to the back. Push your aura out to the left and the right, above and below your body, and feel the brightness, the illumination of all layers of your being, your physical body, your mental body, your emotional body, your etheric body. And enjoy this state of being fully connected to all that is above and all that is below. And invite now all that is within, the flame or the bright star within your center. Allow it to expand now, filling your complete torso, filling your auric field, and perhaps even going beyond, filling the whole room or the building where you are. Whatever is easiest for you. No need to push or force. Just simply open the portal of your highest self or your brightest light to fill you completely. And so it is. And now that we have invoked your higher self, an opening here, just sit with this knowledge as we continue now. Thank you, Louise.
Thank you, Naomi. I dropped out for a second there, so apologies. Internet's a little bit unstable, but I think it's all fine for the recording. So I'm just going to do a little light language activation just to really open our hearts and energy fields to receive. So with light language, if you haven't experienced it before, it's a transmission of energy that is received by your higher self. It bypasses mental constructs. So there's nothing there stopping it coming into your being. And it's really guided by your higher self as to what you receive. But the intention of this is simply to open your hearts to receive, open your energy fields so that you can really receive the most from the session today. So again, just closing your eyes and just opening your being to receive. Namo e te chiamora. Tap omari ti makola ele tanto pi asamori ile maa. Kishimolale ti buruna ake. Tasamo ki at arimaru ore e maka. Simolale e mekitora ale ki iata. Kore e semarno en ila mokati ibruna asa. Kia mokati paroka ati moka. Chi ginora amareketo oyamaka e. Taru sima arote ik ialoa. Kore asamakati aroka. Shi norni emmekiato ai giro anoka. Saruti imakaroti i. Alomoko shit anarna ikola ama. Sinalo kaniki chira una. Kila lo o ke e. Kila mo o ke e mara te iko sana kialo o. Kuale me iya kanda. Kiora sak imachiro orma akima. Kelola e. Kelola ama se te kimura ana. And taking a deep breath. And just exhaling. So we'd like to invite any questions before Naomi goes into channeling, and I will do a process with us with the light language. So I know that we had a couple received already, but if you give us a little wave if you have something you'd like to share or ask around this experience of being yourself in authentic relationship. Either way. Chantal, do you want to? I can't see. So I'll just ask it. Chantal, did you want to share the question that you emailed in, or would you rather I read that for you?
Yeah, you can read it because I'd have to look it up.
Okay, all right. Okay, so Chantal was saying how to discern truth, stay authentic when the other is in fear, coming from ego, stuck in denying an irresponsibility. Especially until recently, I would take on all responsibility for the other and setting boundaries, speaking my truth is not received, and I have stuck in repeating it numerous times. And it
Oh, she's popped out.
Lou, you've frozen.
Okay, well, I think I should probably take over. That's a good cue for me. I think we got the crux of that question. Chantal, did you want to add anything else? No. Okay. Anyone? Hi, David. Welcome. Anyone want to add any other questions before I go into channel? I'm happy to jump in. Any challenges with staying and remaining? Hi, Birgit. Did you want to add a question? Yes. Oh, yes. Carry on.
My name's Jo, by the way.
Hi, Jo. Yeah, you're welcome to come forward.
I guess my challenge is that I get very excited about something and full of energy and really inspired, and then get quite reactive around how my partner. It's not necessarily about what I'm bringing, what I'm inspired about. I'm kind of keeping that to myself, but then my partner gets. I'm finding that what I'm actually doing is reacting a lot to what his mood is like. I guess that's
yeah.
And
okay.
so that's really affecting me and how I move forward with working with what I'm inspired about, I guess.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
It's like I'm not keeping myself energized and inspired. I kind of get, oh gosh, you know, I just feel that oppression, and it really kind of has quite a big impact on me, I guess.
Yeah, great. So other people. So just to touch on one of those aspects was that you feel sensitive to other people's energy, and so that distracts you from kind of carrying on.
Yeah, and I am Piscean, so I soak up everything, by the way.
Yes, yes. You have a susceptibility. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Your turn, Birgit.
Oh, thanks. Can you hear me?
I can.
we can hear you.
Oh, great. Sorry. Oh, okay. Yeah, look, my question is just along the lines of what of what was just mentioned then. I feel like I've been sort of programmed from my parent, well, from my dad really, to be super, super sensitive to other people's moods. So what I'm kind of like trying to unlearn is if somebody looks like they're not happy with me in the slightest way, like even just they frown or they don't like what I'm saying, I straight away feel quite a lot of fear comes up. So sometimes if I do kind of press on and keep saying what feels true to me, or I mean, it can even be just talking about things that I'm interested in or mentioning my beliefs. If someone around me, like you know, family member or friend of a friend kind of says, oh, do you believe in that kind of stuff? So even that sort of stuff, not saying I need to go all into detail about stuff like that with someone who's not into it, but even that will make me feel a bit fearful. So it definitely makes me not talk about what's important to me with people generally. Like, I tend to hesitate, but in close relationship, like if someone seems unhappy with me, it's almost like a instinctive response that I go into fear and quickly change my behavior. So I'm just wanting to sort of detach from that and unlearn from that. I've had real trouble with that.
Okay, great. Anything else anyone want to bring forward?
If there's no one else live, Peg, I'm sorry, I keep dropping off, but I'm assuming you guys are all still there.
We are.
Yes, Chantal, to everyone, yes, taking up those reactions personally. And Peg wrote in, I suffer from tall poppy syndrome and need advice on how to remain calm, professional and positive in the face of people who knock me. And she does work with saving birds of prey, I think. So she said there's some, she has some negative response. So tall poppy. So again, I think that's in that theme of not feeling safe to really stand in what we're doing and what we believe in the face of others not believing in that. And certainly that is something that I feel I'm just beginning to stand solidly enough, because I believe it strongly enough, and I believe in myself enough to now be able to stand in the space of myself despite that, and to understand that they are in their own perspective. And I will come back to the point that I made at the beginning, that where you get triggered into doubt and uncertainty of yourself, it's just that it's not about what they think at all. It's about where you are not fully yet trusting and believing in yourself. It's always just a reflection, and the more that you can stand in that for yourself, and we are always co-creating, of course, aren't we? We always have this interaction of our energies with somebody else, but it's now, I think, for us all to come at that from a place of curiosity. Oh, what's coming up for me now? Where do I feel that little loss of power? Oh, I felt a little, and a cord there, or a little chink in my energy where I got pulled off. And it's really to start to notice that. So I'm really hearing all of this and inviting whatever is going to come through for us to really support that how do we have more of that really, really strong relationship with ourselves, where we're really a champion for ourselves, where we don't abandon ourselves, because that's what happens in those moments. I think when we get pulled off, we abandon ourselves. So that's why it's so important to spend the time with yourself, really calling in that expanded version of yourself, really getting to know what that feels like, so that you can stay in it more when there's somebody else's energy around. That's basically what it comes down to. We'd all be the Dalai Lama if we could, really be in that beautiful, loving, compassionate space. You're having your stuff and I can see it and witness it, and I'm in my heart, right? That's where we'd love to be, wouldn't we? Okay, it's a dance, but it's always an invitation to go, oh, look, there's a little part of me that is doubting. There's a little part of me that doesn't feel valued. There's a little part of me that's angry or insecure. So really, relationship is such a juicy part of the human experience. It's really why we come in these bodies and why we experience separation, because otherwise we're all one, right? We know that at our sort of spiritual level. But here we are to experience being all one while we're in individual bodies and individual personalities and individual vibrations. So that's the challenge, isn't it? So does anyone else have any more questions before we might invite Naomi to bring through some gorgeous wisdom? Anyone else? No?
I'm just noticing the time too. We should probably.
Yeah.
Go.
A little bit of a glitchy start. Yeah. Okay. All right, Naomi.
All right. So when I channel, I like to close my eyes, but I haven't left. I'm still very, very much present, and I'm listening. So what might happen is that I come in with some interpretation of, sometimes the information comes through really fast and it's difficult to follow. So I might come in as Naomi and interpret or give some clarification on that. Okay, so when I open to channel, you might like to go into meditative state yourself and receive or tune in to the frequencies that I'm channeling. Often, if you're sitting in the company of others who are channeling, you will also be opened to that experience. So I invite you to be open to that. Okay. I call light to myself now. I anchor myself into the heart of Gaia. Let all energy I have given away or left behind return to me now. As I concentrate and expand my auric field, I ask for the highest guidance possible to flow through me now. Dear ones, namaste. We see you, we are with you, and we hold you in these times of challenge and expansion as you contract and grow, through your relationships and through your journey of expressing and becoming more and more honestly yourselves. We are the Pleiadian Sisters of Light, and gives us great joy and pleasure to see you here in person as we come through this channel, Naomi. You have been part of our family from beyond time ago. We are all one, and so we come to you with greatest compassion and love for your journey, honor and admiration for your strength to continue, even when you may feel it is all tumbling around you and tumbling within you. Dear ones, you ask of how to remain in your center, to remain strong, even in the face of challenging relationships or feedback from others that is displeasing. And of course, as always, the answer is love. You are learning and discovering your capacity to love even in the face of negative feedback, even in the face of others' behaviors and expression. You are expanding beyond these lower frequencies that have been keeping you afraid of what others will say or do. You are seeing it more clearly, and this is, of course, a very important step for you to transcend and to go beyond these old ways. Through the turbulence that is on your planet now and within the collective consciousness, you have the desire within your heart and within your higher self to transcend, to become more loving, to become more anchoring, to become more authentic, to tune in more abundantly to the stream of source that is available and is you, that flows through you even now. And even in the face of negative feedback from others, you are connected to the truth of who you are and to the truth of love. And there is nothing that can hold it back other than your own squeezing off from this truth. And so the healing within you is also the answer, as well you know. We tell nothing that you do not already know or that you do not already have access to within your own quiet moments of listening, deep listening to your higher self. You may find relationships that give you feedback that is displeasing or that throws you off your center is in fact a soul relationship allowing you to become more and more clear, crystal clear of what it is that you want, how it is that you wish to be, how free you wish to feel. And these wishes are your command, dear ones, your command to what is going to anchor and to manifest for you in your lifetime, in the very near future. As you know, and as you are experiencing, time is collapsing and you are speeding through life lessons, speeding through decades of what may have been in the past years, decades of pain in just a week, in just a day. Keep your mindfulness, keep your connection to your higher self through your practices of meditation, through your practices of coming together with other like-minded people, your dear friends, your heart friends in sacred circle. As you come together, you amplify and create a field of transformation, of metamorphosis, of elevation beyond the old paradigms. It is through your groups, dear ones. It is through your friendships. It is through loving one another, those who understand you, those who come from a loving place, who perhaps challenge you, but in a loving and transparent, authentic way. Through open communication, these are the friendships and connections that will serve you to face the other connections that challenge you more deeply. Make sure you are caring for yourselves. Make sure that you are giving yourself the opportunity to connect on a heart level so that you may experience the external world, or the more challenging world, or the more challenging relationships, or the lower frequencies, however you wish to call them, so that you may experience those and experience your strength, experience your love in connection with those lower frequencies. There is no avoiding it, dear ones. It is time to accept. This is the state of your planet. This is how it is. And indeed, this is why you are here. But you also have the great blessing of those connections who love and adore you, who see you beyond the facades, beyond the fears that you carry, beyond the wounds that you have received and been passed on from your ancestors and from those around you. And so we suggest that you spend more time in nurturing relationship, in healing relationship. More than 60% of your time should be with those who you feel more aligned to in your higher self. This can include groups, even new people, in loving environments. So that when you are coming into contact with those who are more challenging, you are able to remember, more clearly stand strong in who you are. This does not mean those relationships that challenge you are wrong, or that they are doomed, or that they are nasty or negative. They are simply ones that are allowing you to grow more exponentially, as you know already. So we ask you, have we answered your question? Have we given you practical ways to move forward? Do you see the value of exploring and anchoring into your higher self, into your truth, rather than spending time defending yourself or hiding away from others? The time is now. As you know, you are bright, beautiful, loving beings of infinite power, of infinite possibility, of infinite choice and option. And so it is time for you to take these choices, to take these opportunities, and make this world, your world, reflecting back to you exactly what you value, exactly how you feel, fulfilling your desires, fulfilling the compulsion of source energy flowing and creating within you. And share with those who love you. And if you feel that you have not many who love you deeply and authentically, accepting you, even those who have tools who are offering to assist and help you to transmute, then it is time to meet some and make this your priority. expanding your network of light bearers with open hearts will always serve you to navigate the harsh realities that can sometimes be on your planet. We adore you and we are here for you. Namaste. Namaste, and thank you. Thank you to the Pleiadian Sisters of Light. A lovely, lovely message and very affirming, and certainly emphasizing how to accept that there will always be people who challenge us. There will always be people who we want their approval or that we want their positive feedback. And whilst that is the case, we need to cultivate more strongly what it is that we are bringing and the truth that we are standing in. And to use community is what I was getting. Those who understand you and those who love you unconditionally and who can listen to you and who you listen to and who you respect. Those are the ones who can help you remember how to navigate the harsher realities out there. Any feedback or questions or clarification from anybody? No, made perfect sense. Okay. Well, I might hand over to you, Louise. If you're there. Are you there?
Thank you, Naomi. That was
You're cutting in and out. Beautiful message. Thank you, Birgit. There's Louise. She's coming back. So Louise is now going to provide some sound activation for us. You're back. So that we can. You're right. You didn't miss anything.
Yes. So I apologise for my internet is unstable today. I don't know whether it's just the energy or something going on. But yes, what I was really feeling as Naomi was doing the channeling there was a lot around my heart. And at the beginning, before we started, I actually pulled 2 cards. And one is heart healing and one is sensitivity. And these have been coming up a lot lately. And so what I was seeing as Naomi was channeling was that when we are with someone and we feel triggered, what happens is our heart closes. That's that feeling of contraction. What is needed is for our heart to stay open, both to ourselves and that person. And what happens then is that the energy in a way that energies can move through, that as we hold our hearts open in that love and compassion, it will allow all of that to be transmuted. I hope you can still hear me. I'm going to do the transmission before I lose my internet again. So we're setting the intention now for this transmission to really strengthen our hearts, to really allow us to remain open to ourselves, to life, to others, and to trust, to really trust that we can be our empathic, sensitive selves and we can still remain strong and not be pulled off balance. So really setting our intentions on that now for all of us to feel what that feels like, to be able to remain open-hearted, your open-hearted, beautiful self as you move through the world, sharing that vibration. And that is such a gift to the collective. If you can hold your heart open in the face of all that is happening, you are doing such a service to yourself, to the planet. So really setting the intention now for this transmission to strengthen us in that. So breathing into your heart, intending to receive. Mora ek arna sap oti arno shit arne ki korna mo al. I samorati ik arna kalo ti imarata. Quale e samaro ni charot ama quale elema. Caro ni chitito na flip or ane sipotarni ikela olama. So coach imarato si mara kaulo iyama. Kairi morasa anda kauri ima suci elala more imak aku erit ia. Kariti mo ale simora chi mar o kaliti e maroka a kianore ema. Osa ki moreni I charokot a. Kiromare et oroma ot imaraka iat armo. Kiamora sare imor am ai ka ot ich ot enemikia. Kalali imare at emo saki at orna a. Kiramo an imor aniki ale e ta at ormo ko imare. Sanole ele me aromaki et aromaki esh aromaku it imana ke at orana alkia. Kole imara tichamo kanj irit is am ak oye. Chirno o maki ibrono it ibarana ka it ia. Lalo eme ni chicha ona kale ibo. Kasimore che armokat imako et ermokas at armo imakir to o kari sino morma ale neki ada. Kole asemeki ach arno o. Alemi imarakot a. Kishamorakat imorakat ich morakat arakit e. Garoka es imarakoch erkisemoka aele ia. Kasomare chimarakot ele e. Kasomore dimarota amoki at erima. Taru ola ele mokatsimaru to uk imach at ore. Ale kimato e simaro a. Kichimororo e malalo o ki. Tari imota. Taking a deep breath into your heart. And as you breathe out, just visualizing your heart expanded with light, flowing that light out. Bright light in your heart. And they're showing me you all as warriors of light, as moving through your life with this glowing heart that is radiating and holding a space for all to transform all that is not love. So just breathing that in. That is your authentic self. And just breathing that, becoming familiar with that. That's the truth of yourself. And really spending time sitting in that every day in the morning. Like put your warrior of light breastplate on with that shining heart. And move out into the world from that place. So, just checking in, how is everyone going? If anyone would like to quickly share anything, that would be lovely. If not, just stay in your space.
I love that, Lou. Warrior breastplate of light. I'm just jotting it down now. It's beautiful.
Beautiful. Yeah, I just saw this. It's literally like, the golden armor, like some of those angel, pictures that you see with this, and I'm sure that's why they have that sacred heart in, so the picture of Jesus with the glowing heart. That was exactly it. Like, put your batteries in, guys. Get your armor on, right? So neat. Everyone's walking around out there with their hearts closed. So dare to be different. Dare to be different.
Yeah. And having an open heart also allows the fear to take a back seat. And that's really what drives us to become worried and to become, to let that feedback penetrate us and distract us from who we really are. So, the heart, developing the heart and healing the heart is where it's at.
And that would let that fear move through. That fear just moves through it's holding an energy field that everything gets transmuted in. It's that when something's coming up, it needs more love, not less. That's the thing to remember. More love, not less, for yourself, for the person, for the situation. And we can only do that with an open heart. So.
Yeah. But also when our cup is full, I think that's
and
important.
When our cup is full.
Because if we start with an empty cup, then, and there are seasons as well. There are seasons when it's time to be out there, and there are seasons when it's time to be cultivating energy or healing. So, it's not. I guess the message that was coming through me was not promoting that you need to get out there more. It was really promoting that you need to look after yourself and surround yourself with beautiful people. as a means to help you.
Yes, well, that's that foundation. You've got to have that foundation first, as you said. When you're full, then you can move that. But also that it's really having that conscious switching that on. I'm going out and interacting with people because otherwise the automatic thing is for the heart to close and protection. I think particularly for like the people in this group and who'll be listening who do have sensitive hearts. That's why I think that sensitivity card came up, but also the heart healing, that you do need to spend the time to nurture yourself so that you are already filled up when you move out in the world. But yeah, I just think switching that on, it is really literally just a thought. Oh, I'm noticing I'm contracted. I'm going to choose to expand. It's not like there's lots of work to do that. It's just a choice in every moment. Every present moment is a new creation. But it is also noticing, do I feel like that right now? And that's where we get to those self-care choices of maybe it's not right for me to go and teach that class or go to that family gathering, right? How can we honour ourselves enough to go, maybe that's not right for me right now. I don't feel like that. So those are the self-care choices. And as Naomi said, choosing who we interact with, having supportive groups who do hold us in that light and that space of love. So an invitation also, if you have enjoyed today, please share it with others. It will be a replay. And also this is the first time really Naomi and I have hosted a group together. And we're working together again in a couple of weeks at a weekend retreat, which is going to be lovely, which is really about Naomi's going to be bringing all of her beautiful skills to support you to open to channel. And I'm going to be sharing some about how to use sound and light language, which can also come through hands and through scripting. And I really want to make the point that it's a gift that is coming through so many people now. Like a lot of people are waking up. We're really waking up to our soul gifts now, really stepping into that, upgraded human. And so to really understand that there are things within you that are going to start coming up and being expressed that might surprise you. Wouldn't you say, Naomi?
Absolutely. Yeah, it is a time for expression. And of course, we all are from the same source. And so we all have the opportunity and the capacity to channel through our higher selves. And it is through opening to channel that's really helped me to stand in my power and to see more clearly my path. And of course, clearing the throat chakra and letting go of the fears associated with not speaking up or not expressing myself or allowing healing to flow through me. It's really important to, we all will have to work on this at some point to express ourselves and even to express ourselves more deeply and more authentically. So Channeling Sound is a retreat coming up on the 3rd of November, and it's a 3-day 2 nights journey, and it will be in the heart of beautiful Kangaroo Valley in this amazing retreat center, purposely built with a gorgeous yurt, amazing accommodation and yummy food, all vegetarian food, and it's all included in the exchange. And there's an early bird price that ends this Friday, so we've just got a couple of days until that ends. But this retreat is really designed to help you to step more fully into who you are, into your higher self, and to make some shifts in your expression and shifts in your healing powers, and in connection, of course, with community in a safe and nurturing place. This particular spot is also at a junction of song lines that are connected to Uluru. So it's a really powerful healing place. It does feel like quite a world away from the normal world, and lots of nature, wombats and echidnas and kangaroos and all sorts there. So yeah, we'll be there hosting and supporting and facilitating, midwifing the journey into being more expressive and more aligned with higher self. And 2018 apparently is 2017 was apparently very gentle, and 2018 yeah
Are we ready for 2018? Oh my god.
Oh my body.
Yeah.
I think Louise knows what I'm talking about.
I do.
So, and it's going to, you know, accelerate and intensify in the world and also within us, you know, the emotions that we've been facing this year and that we've been processing this year on the emotional body, on the spiritual body, on the mental body. The mental is just so much clearing to be done there because of all the conditioning of the industrialized revolution, and, you know, that's all been very cerebral. So the next 4 years will be all about that. So the work that we're doing now, really this is what I'm getting at, the work that we're doing now and certainly at the end of, in November, is really potent for paving a smoother path ahead and for being of service to others. You know, we're kind of, I'm assuming, but we're kind of at the head here. We're leaders because we are more open-minded and more spiritually sensitive and more spiritually or more in a more heart sense, more offering more service, offering more healing than most people, definitely than most people. So we will be needed as this evolution happens, as this expansion happens. So I really encourage you to look after yourself, take the advice of looking after yourself, putting your self-care first and connecting with others who are also building this strength at this time. And of course, we'll be offering that at the retreat. So if you want to register, you can follow the link. We'll be posting it below. And we thank you. So I think Louise has popped off. So on behalf of both of us, I'll say thank you so much for coming and for being part of this co-creation. Because of course, if you weren't here, there wouldn't be anything to respond to. So we're all just as important as each other. Any final words from anyone?
Nothing besides it was beautiful.
Thank you, David.
Thank you.
I wish I won't be able to make this retreat, but wishing you both, you know, all the best. May all the beautiful, you know, healing energies be with you to support you. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So great to have you here and to meet you. And thank you, Jenny, for your feedback, and Birgit. Lots of love. Yeah, I think you can take what you need and have a beautiful Wednesday.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Okay, bye for now.